Hello fellow humans, it's your girl Melissa here, back with another video. Whoop whoop! I feel like that's forever gonna be my intro because I feel like I've been doing that consistently for every video. But yes, hello guys, a new week, new hairstyle. Well, yeah, it is what it is. First week back at school, and it was hectic. It was, yeah. Yeah, it was hectic. So sorry if videos are gonna come out at a little slower pace than they already are, because it's probably the reason is probably school. But today we have an exciting video because it's part 2 of my video about TV shows I've been enjoying lately. I have more TV shows to recommend you guys. Some stuff that I literally just finished watching, or stuff I'm currently watching and I'm on continuing in the seasons, or stuff that I've watched not as recently but I still wanted to recommend because I enjoyed them and I like rewatching them. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below if you like any of the shows that I'm going to be speaking about, or you want to also recommend your own shows that you think are really good that you've been watching lately. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I post a video. Let's get into it! The first show I'm going to be talking about is Tomorrow, which is a K-drama that is available on Netflix. Netflix is where I watch majority of my K-dramas, so yeah. This one kind of has a complicated plot line, so please bear with me. I've explained it to 2 of my friends and I still feel like I'm mixing it up. I got recommended the show by my friend Mia. She's really good at recommending K-dramas. She's the person that got me into K-dramas. So any recommendation from her, I'm like, I will watch. So this show is set in our time, but it follows Grim Reapers. So the main character, he got into an accident where he was trying to save a man from committing suicide, and he ended up, the man was going to jump off a bridge into a river, and he saved the guy, but he ended up in a coma. So the basis of the show is that these Grim Reapers are part of this organization that has very different departments. And then you have this new department that just opened that not many people are agreeing with, which is a department that is focused on saving people from committing suicide. So it's a very new department. Not many people like it. And that's where our other 2 characters come in. They're both Grim Reapers who are part of this department for their own very personal reasons about why they wanted to become a part of this department. And so now he wasn't part of the whole thing. So because now he's a casualty, he's in a coma, he's gotten repercussions from being a part of it. So they take him into the Grim Reaper organization and strike up a deal with him. They said, you're going to be in this coma for 3 years. That's what we know. So you can either spend those 3 years trapped in your coma, or you can spend 6 months working for the Grim Reaper organization, and you can wake up in 6 months after working for us. And you guess what he decides? And it just goes on. We follow a new person that they save. Every episode is a new person that they save from committing suicide, because he joins the suicide prevention department. And it's a very heavy, very sad drama that deals with very intense subjects. I feel like for majority of the episodes were very hard to watch, very sad to watch, very well written, fantastic characters, fantastic storyline. Highly recommend. The next show I'm recommending is quite an old show, and it might be a quite random introduction in addition to this list, but it's one that I've been enjoying lately, that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time, and that's Once Upon a Time. I'm currently watching it on Disney Plus, and it's wonderful. Like, it's a show that the first season started, I'm on season 2, the first season started in 2011. So they have about 8 seasons. I'm on season 2, about to finish season 2, and I'm loving it. So the premise of this show is that our main character, she is trying to find her son, and she gave up her son for adoption after he was born, and she's trying to reconnect with him. He's not old, he's like about 8 or 9, so she's trying to find him. So she tracks him down to a small town called Storybrooke. And Storybrooke is a very weird town. The whole premise of this show is that there was an evil queen who, the evil queen, Snow White's stepmother, cast a spell on the whole kingdom that now took them to the real world. So now they're all living in this town called Storybrooke. They cannot leave and they do not remember their old selves. So we have Snow White, we have Prince Charming, we have Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. We have so many different storybook characters in this town who don't know that they're storybook characters. And so when this woman enters this town trying to find her son, she is kind of the catalyst for them realizing their real identities, where they come from, whatever, and she's the catalyst to breaking the spell. And so the whole first season was her son is the only person who believes that there's a spell happening. So the first season is both basically focused on her son trying to convince her that the spell is real, that she's the one to break it, and that that the evil queen is the one who cast the spell. Because the main girl, she's like, evil queen, these are story characters, these are not real people, but then as we know they are. So the first season was entertaining but also kind of frustrating because you wanted to believe him, because it's obviously this little kid telling you stories are real, all the stories are real, and she's like, okay son, bye. So it's like, it's very frustrating because you wanted to believe, but when she finally does, it's so wonderful. And now in season 2 where everyone is realizing their selves and their story characters is really fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It has really nice plot points, and the way that they are twisting the stories that we know of these characters from the original tales is also quite interesting. So yeah. The next show is also a show on Disney Plus with my girl Selena Gomez, which I've been wanting to also watch for a while. Disney Plus opened a lot of stuff for me since I got it 2 weeks ago. I've just been watching all the shows I've been wanting to watch. And one of them is Murders Only in the Building. So this show is... It has some of my favorite comedians. It has Selena Gomez. Like, it's quite well written. It's very fast paced, very short episodes. And so the premise of the show is that all these people live in this prestigious building in New York. And the show starts off by one of the residents dying. So they're trying to, our 3 main characters, Selena Gomez and 2 older men, they are really into podcasts, like murder podcasts, specifically crime murder podcasts. So when they hear about the murder that happened in their building, they team up together to try and solve this murder and create their own podcast at the same time. So so we're following them as they try to uncover the secrets that happened. Some of them have their own secrets, their own reasons about why they want to find out why the guy died, because it's not only because of the podcast. And yeah, this is a very short premise because I don't want to give so much away, but it's like the ending wasn't too shocking, but it wasn't, I didn't even think in that direction. So I guess it was shocking. I really enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed the banter between the 3 main characters. It's quite well written, and also, as I said, it's quite fast paced. Like, the episodes are quite short. You can get through it quite fast. So I'm on season 2 already. After watching it for a week, I'm already on season 2. So yeah, it's a really enjoyable show. Check it out. The next K-drama I have is another top 3. It's one of the first K-dramas I watched. Guys,
ma'am, are you alright?
The way I'm getting so excited for this K-drama has to show you, sorry, my chair is so noisy, has to show you that this drama is incredible. This drama is Flower of Evil on Netflix. Moment of silence for the masterpiece. We need a moment of silence to just appreciate that show in all its glory. Flower of Evil is a detective crime show that follows a family. So Flower of Evil is a K-drama where the main guy he has a very complicated past, and he has changed his identity in its entirety. Like he does not have any, like, he changed his identity completely. And the reason why is that is because his father used to be was a serial killer, and he killed a lot of people. And so he changed his identity entirely. He's married now, has a daughter, and his wife is a detective, a police detective. So new murders start popping up and people are being murdered the exact same way that his father's victims used to be murdered. So his father is definitely the number one suspect. But from what the police know, his father's dead. But the police know that his father had a son. So they are like, we're gonna find the son. And his wife gets put on the case. And so he doesn't want to tell her about his past. So he is trying to try to change the direction of the case without letting his wife know. So we follow both the wife and him as they're on the same case, trying to figure out who's this person murdering people, and he's trying to find the person because he wants to clear his name, and she wants to find him because she's a detective, but she doesn't know that her husband is on the case. And it's just so intense. It's a sad drama. Also, like, you want to root for him because we know, like sometimes we doubt if he actually committed the murders or not, because, unreliable narrator, all the direction, all the signs are pointing to him, and then another side, we want to believe him. So we are watching the show with conflicted feelings, where, like, should we believe this man or not? And yeah, it was a very fun watch, very good watch. I felt surprised when I was supposed to be surprised. I felt scared when I was supposed to be scared. I felt confused when I was supposed to be confused. Every direction that they were turning in, I was with them every single way. It was a wonderfully written drama, very well written, very well plots, very well deep, complicated characters. Even his wife, I feel like even though she wasn't as actualized as him, she did definitely have her own motivations and her own personality and her own history, and it felt like she was the main character. You know what I mean? Which she is, but, like, when you have two main characters who are married, one always trumps the other. But I felt like they were really trying to make it equal with the amount of screen time and the amount of history and the amount of, like, action that both of them got. So it was really enjoyable. The last drama I'm going to be recommending today is a comedy. We need some comedy after all these, like, very intense murders. Even though Murders Only in the Building is a comedy, Abbott Elementary is a show that I've also been enjoying lately. I bet a lot of you have been hearing about it on social media. Abbott Elementary is a comedy show that I've been watching on Disney Plus, which follows teachers in an elementary school. And so the style that the show is in is kind of like The Office, where, like, it's like a mockumentary where the characters are talking to the camera, where they're interacting with the camera, looking at the camera, so they know that the camera's there because it's supposed to be a documentary of the school. So it's really interesting to watch because we see these people like their day-to-day interactions with each other, but also at the same time they're having to put on a performance because they know that there's cameras there for the documentary, essentially. And so it's like a really double layer of that's really interesting to see people as actors play. And I really enjoy the characters. Quinta, the writer and creator of the show, did a wonderful job with creating each distinctive character and making them likable in their own way, and also making them real in their own way, and making sure that all of them, like, essentially really do love teaching. And so that sends a message about, like, the respect and that teachers deserve. and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the discussions in each episode that like it feels like things teachers have to deal with. You know, even though I'm not a teacher, and even though I don't know a teacher, I feel like these are things teachers would have to deal with, and it feels real. And so I really enjoy the show. It's really funny. It has a great cast of characters, and yeah, highly recommend. Okay, everybody, that is all the shows I'm recommending today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and please like it down below. I don't know if I'm going to come out with a part 3. It depends. I really like watching shows, but school is getting busy, so I'll see if I have any other shows to include. But also comment down below if some shows you want me to talk about. I can talk about them as well. And so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you want to see more of my face, I have a bunch of videos that you can check out on my channel. And yeah, if you really like this video, really did like this video, you can also subscribe so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So yes, bye guys, hope you enjoy your day.